let's go to our quarterback, Mr. Caleb Williams. He has completed his first season rookie year in the books. He is the first Bears quarterback to play every game of the season since Jay Cutler in Jay Cutler's first year with the Chicago Bears, which was a hilarious season to say the least. He had 28 touchdowns and 26 interceptions. Ridiculous. A lot of people don't know. I don't know if y'all remember this, but Jay Cutler's first game as a Bear, Sunday Night Football in Lambeau Field, he threw 4 picks, was the same night that Kanye took the microphone from Taylor Swift
Yep.
at the VMAs. It was the same night. You know what I'm saying? Same night. Because I was like, what's going on? I was in my college dorm watching that, man. But first first quarterback to play all 18 games. He finished with these stats. He finished with 3,541 passing yards, 20 touchdowns thrown, 6 interceptions, and a 62.5 completion percentage, man. If you just look at the numbers, really, really good year for a rookie. Like I said in my opening monologue, man, that I was disappointed by the season because of my expectations. Now, I had him at 3,500 yards. He surpassed that. I had him at 28 touchdowns thrown. He didn't reach that. And I said, me and Bang argue when he first got drafted, right before he got drafted. Bang was like, he's not a turnover prone guy. He's not gonna be throwing to. I was like, it's the NFL. Bang was right. Bang was
Yeah.
right. Bang was right. That travel. He only threw 6 interceptions. I don't want to hear about almost interceptions because you can go to every quarterback in the NFL and talk about almost interceptions. 6 interceptions. They only lost like 2 or 3 fumbles. Really good, just looking numbers wise. Now, if you take the numbers and use the eye test, it was a real inconsistent season. It looked like a regular rookie quarterback season that if he didn't come into this year with all the hype that he came into, I don't think it'd have been as judged as harshly as it was.
Agreed.
Not only just the hype he came with, the hype the team came with. I don't want to take that aspect with it. I think a lot of people and some Bears fans have amnesia about all the hype coming into the season for the Bears. And we was up here talking about best situation ever. I said something that was so egregious now, but at the time I really, really felt I said this is the best situation for a rookie since Magic Johnson going to the 80s
You
to
did.
1979,
You did.
1980 Lakers. And at the time I really believed it. And that looks terrible right now. So that's why I always. But if you look at the conversation of Caleb and Mike, you said this months ago. People just don't like the kid. You know what I'm saying? Don't like, yeah, exactly, Joseph in the chat. 3 number 1 receivers. And we said they all go, 3,000 yard wide receivers.
Like,
We
yeah,
didn't have a single 1,000 yard wide receiver or 1,000 yard running back.
I think
they like, yo, they're making the bet. No,
got a
DJ, I
thousand
think
yards.
got to 1,000.
Yeah, DJ got 1,000 last
But,
night.
but remember, it was the bet about who was gonna get to 1,000
Right,
yards
exactly.
and all that shit.
I
Yeah.
remember that doing
Nah,
OTAs.
DJ didn't get to 1,000.
Oh
DJ
shit, I
got
thought he
to
got to it.
a thousand total. He had
Oh, 1,000 total.
966 receiving. Yeah,
Got you. Okay.
crazy.
Yeah. He had 7 touchdowns, right?
Yeah, 6.
So you said, Alex, though that the 1,000 was the total. So what
Yeah,
that
the total.
So what
The
that include?
total.
Running yards?
That's when they use them on them jet sweeps and shit. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, and yeah, so we were buying all the hype, and so if you take that, that's why he's been getting killed. But I still think the conversation is unfair from non-Bears fans, and we've said this. I'm continuing to say this: if you give every GM who was in that top 3 last year a polygraph test, they're all still taking Caleb number 1. You can sit up here and lie all you want. Jaden Daniels was great this year. Can't shit on his year as much as I tried hard. I was that mean to say when you hate the nigga that everybody fuck with. That was me all season. But Jaden had a really, really great year. Jaden's not having that year with this system here in Chicago. He's not having that year. Bo Nix isn't having that season without
No.
Sean Payton. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe that if Caleb went to Washington, they have the same season. I would go even further. They might even be a little better. I truly, truly believe that. But for my grade, I think that a C plus. I think I would give him. I think that's a fair grade. I said B minus last night because I was still in it. They beat the Packers. Vibe, but obviously, see, I think C plus is a very fair. There was a lot of inconsistencies. You saw the flashes. What made him a number one draft pick, which makes him that if he hits on his potential, he can be an elite quarterback. But the thing that he did in college that we all saw, I saw watching the USC, we all saw holding on to the ball too much. He got sacked 69 times, I think it was, so second in NFL history. I'm saying at least 25 to 30 of those sacks are on Caleb. So yeah, he got to work on that. The deep ball accuracy was very concerning. I think once he gets his footwork cleaned up, he can do on that. But overall, man, he broke a lot of records for the Bears. Granted, the bar is in hell when it comes to anything passing with this franchise. But I think that considering everything he went through, and Justin went through a lot in his 3 years, Caleb went through all of that in one season. Like, 3 offensive coordinators, 2 head coaches. I think they had like 28 different offensive line lineups. I saw yesterday on the broadcast.
Yeah, 28 different variations.
28 different variations. You had all these different people here saying, "Oh, the line's not that bad." No, it's terrible. But overall, I would give Caleb a C plus. But for the first time in my life, I think they got their quarterback, and I'm very, very excited to see how this goes. Mikey, how would you grade Caleb from this season?
Yeah, I'm in between that average range of a C to a C plus. I guess I could side with you with the C plus. I think there's a lot of things that with the eye test you can see that there's a lot of things that need to be cleaned up with him. Accuracy, his accuracy and his deep ball and just his accuracy in general was not what I expected it to be as a rookie, being that he was so accurate in college. Earlier today, I kind of was going through a list of just quarterback completion percentage for starting quarterbacks this year. And there have been so many different quarterbacks that have actually started games. So I just went from QBs that have started in at least 10 games or more. And he ranked 29th in that, at 62.5%. And that's just not going to cut it. If you want to go ahead and be that franchise caliber, quarterback and be somebody that wants to take the Bears offensively to where they want to go. Now there are a lot of variables for that. Obviously the O-line, like you said, chemistry with his wide receivers. But I just feel like if I close my eyes right now and I just think of games, I could think of plenty of moments where Caleb left a lot to be desired on the field. That being said, I walk out of this year knowing 100% that we have our guy, we have a guy, and we have somebody we can win with. The record is what the record is. It's a team game, but I look back at it, one score game in Houston had an opportunity to win. One score game in Indianapolis had a game opportunity to win. Got the lead in Washington, and we know what happened. The position to be there in the Packers game, drove down the field, big throws. I mean, he made a throw during that drive that made Tom Brady literally fucking cream himself. Like, I think people forget about what, like some of the moments we had because of the long losing streak. And, he was there at the forefront. I think him and Rome developed a connection later on in the year that they didn't have earlier on in the year. So I'm happy with, the guy that we got. I think that there's a lot to clean up with him. But if this is his floor, in year one, we're talking about 3 OCs, an extra head coach, all the variables of the different O-line, the sacks, all the turmoil, everything that they went through. If his floor is 20 TDs, 3,500 passing yards, and less than 10 picks, less than fucking 7 picks, 6 picks, then you can cook with that, and that can easily be something that can be fixed, with the right coaching staff around him.
Bang. How would you grade? And by the way, Mike, did you give a grade, like an actual grade?
Yeah. I went with you, C plus.
C plus. Okay. Bang. What would you grade this one?
I'm getting a B. I'm giving him a B. See, when we had this conversation last year, we said that around 3,500 yards, over 20 touchdowns, and less than 10 interceptions will count as a good year for him. That's what he got. Like what we said he was going to get, or what we predicted, some of us went more. Like I said that if he's who he says he is, we're getting more than that. But that right there is the bar. He got that. But then when you look at what he had to go through to get that, I think that context is the reason why I'm giving him a B. I had said that during the season that it seems like to me that the team didn't really develop him or really try to develop him. He really came into this system really like they brought him into the system like, all right, shit, do your thing. They didn't really develop him. So there's an issue. Accountability. Some of the things that he did mess up, they didn't really hold him accountability. That's a coaching thing. It's not a Caleb thing. Everything to me revolving around Caleb revolved around coaching. And when you let go of Shane Waldron and you brought in Thomas Brown for those games where he was the offensive coordinator, you started to see that come out. But the fact that he got everything that we said that he was going to get, even with the less interceptions, I think the only reason why people are probably not going to give him a B is because of what the other quarterbacks did. So if you're comparing him to those other quarterbacks, then yeah, I'll give him a C. In fact, if you're comparing him to Bo Nix, I'll give him a D. Because there's nowhere in hell that we thought that Bo Nix was going to have the season that he had. We thought Sean Payton was a washed coach. We thought that Bo Nix had no chance in hell. If you want to grade Caleb against those players, then yeah, I'll give him a D if you're grading him for Bo Nix, but I'm not doing that. I'm grading him to what I saw on the field and what he did this year. He did basically everything. He got every number that we thought. And something to think about to me that even puts the B over the hump is his fourth quarter stats. Caleb was better in the fourth quarter, especially in the games like the Washington game or some of those other one-score games where the Bears got in position, but just some shit fucked up. Caleb played well in those situations. So because of that, things like not throwing the interception for a certain amount of passes. I think I saw earlier today that said that he's the first rookie in NFL history to have over 500 attempts and less than 10 interceptions. That has to count. The only reason why people are not going to give him higher than a C is because you're grading him against Jaden Daniels, who got Cliff Kingsbury. You're grading him against Bo Nix, who got Sean Payton. That man, coach got fired, offensive coordinator got fired, terrible offensive line. He was in a situation that was worse than what we thought, and he still capitalized on it. If this was any other season, we would have a conversation with him about Rookie of the Year. But CJ Stroud kind of messed it up with what he did last year, and then Jaden coming there again. So since he didn't do that and have those wins behind it, people are going to grade him lightly. But I'm giving him a B.
So cool. Triple double hat trick, I know the code too. Ice trade, go for trade, yeah we cold too. Getting paper on these player haters, old news. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not